What is going on? Man, I'll be honest and say I miss that music. That's how you know it's good. When you miss it, I would listen to that song in the car. That's a good barometer of how much I like that song. And I better because I picked it, but I do like it. Ready to rip. I think I'm going to rip the Chihuahua right now because it's almost full. It's a 25 entry max. I'd like to end up getting close to filling it. I want to say I'm around 10, so I'm quite a ways away. And it's filling up quickly. But it was either that or a puppy. I mean, I don't care. I don't have a preference at all. Python, good to see you. I'd like to get close to max entering something. So the puppy, I think, is 150. I'll probably just go heavy into the BBM instead. So I'm going to start the puppy up. 30 seconds per pick. And we're in. Let's see. These should fill up pretty quick. 6 people already. Yeah, it's going fast. All right, let's get in. Let's talk some strategy. Done a little bit of adjusting of the rankings. You know what? Real quick, I probably want to download them. And can I just CSV upload? There we go. That should be it. Let's try this again. Oh. Yeah, I don't think I can do that. Drag or click here to use the CSV upload import layers from created list. Okay, I think this is going to require a little bit more time than I want to put into it right now. So let's go back to this. Where is the Chihuahua that's about to start? Oh, it's starting. Well, that's wonderful. Where is it? The Chihuahua. There it is. Okay, well, either way, I've got my rankings here. Let's see here. Publish. Those are all fine. Top 12s. Here we go. Okay. Beautiful. Let's see. What spot did we get? Where are we? We're towards the end. Updated top 12 quarterback rankings. That's where I'm at right now. I do see potentially Jaden Daniels falling out, but this is as of right now. The homer pick, but I really do love him. I wish he didn't get hurt last year. I was all over Richardson. He was my highest drafted quarterback. Dang stud. And then his poor injury. Oh, there we go. Let's get in here. All right. What pick did we secure here? Dead last? Okay. It is what it is. CeeDee Lamb goes first. Oh, Python. Listen. I'm down to get in a draft with you. Python, did you get into the one that's open? I think we have 3 or 4 spots left. But I'm down to, if we want to try. It's just kind of tricky to enter the draft at the same time. It's a little bit tricky. Got this new flavor. Look at this. Summerberry, Waterloo. Not bad. Never a big salsa person until I was. All right. We still got 4 open. Yeah, Rip Coil. I think we got 4 open last I checked, which was a little, maybe like 2 hours ago. Maybe 2 hours ago. I think we're going to sweeten the pot. I don't even know if Donuts joined that second one, but I'm going to sweeten the pot if he doesn't. If somebody wins, if it's not me, the winner's got to get a little something. Maybe a little swag hat. What do you guys think of the new swag hat? I could got in. I just don't know what one I was. Okay. I think it's I posted it in the Patreon. Yeah, I think you're in. Wow, look at those top 12 rankings. All right. Puka, St. Brown, first round's pretty much going how you would expect. Some top 12 rankings right now. That's what I'm looking at. This is overall. This is everybody. Top 12. So let's see. Actually, let's see how this went. CD, Christian McCaffrey. I have Chase over Hill, Jefferson, St. Brown, slightly above Puka, but that's like interchangeable. Those guys are kind of interchangeable for me. St. Brown and Puka, and almost even Jefferson to some extent, are a little bit interchangeable for me. All right. Garrett Wilson goes. I would love, I'm going to go. I don't have a problem going Gibbs and going Harrison at the turn. Not super unique since they're the top of the ADP. But I think I like them over the alternative, which would have been like a Harrison. I would have gone either Harrison and then Ayuk or Evans. I'm realizing, though, I think I have a lot of Evans right now. So I just want to keep an eye on that. I'm real high on him, but I want to still be smart. So that's something to think about, guys, is how can you get unique in your roster? So again, that not a great example here. But I bet there's a fair amount of people that have Harrison here, but maybe not Gibbs. Gibbs could have gone, 10th to somebody who wants running backs, or if these running backs were pushed up, it really varies. So didn't get to know you just joined. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's something to think about too. Now, I'm not saying scroll down here and take, Nico Collins with your second overall pick or something like that. That's not the unique I'm thinking. But like, if you want to think about it in the way that you're drafting with 600,000 people potentially, how can you create a roster that's both good, obviously, and then unique? And that's one way to do it is like, maybe right here you go Williams instead of one of these three guys. If you put in the ADP here, or, if this is the ADP that they suggest, instead of drafting Devontae Adams or Samuel, which a lot of guys could have a similar build to you here, maybe you do reach on somebody like Mike Evans or Collins here. Or, maybe you came out the gate and you went, wide receiver, and you go back and run Kyron Williams and Achane, something like that. Like, you got to think about, like, how can you differentiate your roster so that at the end of the year, you have a roster that's different and unique and still great and effective from somebody else. So that's something to think about. How are um oh man, the PGA Championship starts. Oh no, tomorrow's Wednesday. I thought it starts tomorrow. I was a little excited. A little ahead of myself here. All right, what's this guy going to do at the turn? What? So he's got CD, which is a man after my own heart, or woman, because I love CD first overall. I thought that was going to be more unique, and now I'm seeing it being like a toss-up. I really thought that was unique because like all the early season rankings were like, somebody adjust my chair. We're like stone cold locks, CMC first overall. So it's like, okay, if everybody's going to do that, give me some CMC there. But now it's like starting to shift a little bit more where maybe people are doing it because they think it's contrarian. Stefan Diggs there is different. And I don't like it. I don't like it in the sense that I think it's good to be different, but just Diggs is fine, I guess. He's my least favorite of the three, though. Is he gonna be 31? All right, so I'd like to run back right here, and I'd like to go. I wouldn't mind getting this being my first. I might not even have any Kyler Murray yet for later, but I want to stock up on a couple of receivers. Where's this going to end up to us here? I don't know. Neighbors will probably be gone. He goes right there. I don't really want to go Derrick Henry. I would love it if somebody drafted Josh Allen. I have a fair amount of Josh Allen right now, so I'm not really looking to target him here. I really hate the 12s, the last pick. The 12th spot kind of sucks just because, like, I don't know, those two picks, and then you wait so long for your next pick. It's not my favorite spot to be, but it's probably not the worst spot. I'd be curious if anybody's done studies on draft positions and how people finished. Tiger Woods, McIlroy, Koepka tee off at the PGA Championship. Why is that a headline right now? Kelsey, nice pick there. I think that's a solid pick. Man, people are really taking the full time here. Really taking it. Did he just auto draft? Waddle. That sucks. Are all these people really? No, I don't want to turn that on, but I think that's what it means. I think the shield means that they're on autopilot. All right, so we're gonna have 2 picks back to back coming up. All the receivers are going, so I'm hoping to snag Cooper Kupp. And do I go elite quarterback here or maybe Tank Dell or Zay Flowers? One of those guys would give me a little bit of a unique build because I think a lot of people are just going to stay at the top of that ADP. There we go. Elite quarterbacks are going. Please let me have Cooper Kupp at least. That would be nice. Of course not. It's hard not to like pulling the trigger on a guy with 400 plus. You know what? I'm going to go Zay. And I'm going to go with Josh Allen here. And we're going to pivot from the original build I have, or that I had in mind. And now I want to hit, on the way back, I want to hit might as well take this off the list. He's not going to be there. I'd like to hit on Kincaid coming back. That would be my ideal pick. But I don't think he's going to be there. And I don't think you necessarily have to stack Josh. But I'd like to. I wouldn't mind hitting on Andrews. And then I need to pick up a wide receiver. I'm big on McLaurin here. Let's see. Let's throw a couple guys on there and see what goes. See how it goes. Yeah, I'm taking Kelsey round 3 if I'm there. Yeah. Kelsey round 3 when he was going round 2 all last year is crazy. They're not going to be able to really focus on Kelsey. They actually have some receivers around him this year. And didn't even matter last year. It's so disgusting. Which, listen, good on them. They're so good. The Chiefs are so good. I'm just over here watching Anthony Richardson highlights. Anthony Richardson. Man, it's a good time to be a Colts fan. I'll be honest. It's been a little sad for a while. All right, so what do we got here? Etienne goes. See, people just grab from the top of the board, which is fine. The data shows that you don't want to stray too far from ADP. So you don't have to get crazy. I love this. Love it, Rip. Rip. Fire off these things all the time, guys. By the way, anybody watching, just fire off stuff like this. Hot takes, not hot takes, questions, concerns, statements. I don't care, but this is great. So healthy Andrews should trump Kincaid, although Laporta would be the top tight end. Yeah, I think Laporta or Kelsey are the top tight end. And then I got to be honest. I'm giving a slight edge to Kincaid right now because of mainly 2 things. Yes, Josh runs. Lamar runs. He ran less last year. He can run a lot, okay? So I like the weapons of guys who are going to get most of their yardage through the air. You would put Josh in that category, more so than Lamar. Both are runners. Yes, great athletes. Okay, so that's one. The other reason is like Buffalo's entire core is like rebuilt. They lost 280 targets or something from last year in Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. All right, I know everybody knows that, but like you've got some guys coming in that are unproven. Shakur is still there. He moves up a little bit, right? But like, okay, that's fine. And then you've got Curtis Samuel, who I think will do really well. I'm not saying he won't, but who is the guy that's been there now? Who has the most, arguably the most chemistry with Josh Allen? And that's Kincaid, out of a spot where I think that he'll get a lot of open looks with, Samuel stretching the field and Khalil Shakir. I think they might end up moving him out with, I don't know how they're going to work MVS, but they could pop him in and out of the slot. Kincaid could slide out to the slot opposite side sometimes. I think you can make the argument that Kincaid is above or for sure 1A and 1B with Mark Andrews. How old is Mark Andrews too, by the way? Totally curious. Is he 29? Because if so, that's not nothing. 28. He'll be 29 before the season starts. Listen, that's not nothing, Rip. Just something to consider, especially coming off of an injury-riddled season. Love Mark Andrews. I've been jealous that I didn't get him in basically any fantasy league forever. But just throwing that out there. Listen, I'm happy with him going. I don't think Kincaid makes it to me at all, though, sitting at the top of the ADP. So I'm going to prepare for him to go, and I will take Kyle Pitts as a happy backup. Yeah, I think I want to get a tight end out of here. One tight end, one more running back, and I'll move forward with this happy core. Come on, guys. He's going to take Kincaid. Oh, no, just being at the top. Pitts. Well, now I'm really nervous Kincaid goes. Kittle. Now I'm going to wait. I'm not as big on Kittle as I think some people are. Not that I have a problem with it, but he has so many weapons and stuff. Give it to me, graphic. Love it. Does Kincaid fall to me? Anthony Richardson. Great pick. Great pick, Vonnie. Great pick, Vonnie. Just won the whole thing. McBride, Kincaid, Laporta, Kelsey, and Andrews. Wow. I love it, graphic. That is a hot take. I think that's safe to say that that's a hot take. And I don't hate it. Listen, at this point in the season, and I say that as it's off season. One more. Let Kincaid fall to me. Let it happen, Toad. You've got to have the bigger picture here, Toad. You need to build out that core. You don't need Kincaid yet. Beautiful. Oh my gosh. Marquise Brown goes to it before Kincaid? Okay. Now I think I want to run it back with do the Chargers. Any of these AFC stacks would be good right now. Oh my gosh, I could build the full stack. Let's get a little crazy here. I'm a little sad not to get Ridley there. But, I mean, back-to-back bills. We've got the stack building out. Nothing wrong with that. I think that McBride is – I just need to see a little bit more out of him. And he's got he's obviously got Harrison there now. And I don't know. I think you could make an argument for any of those things. But I don't put anybody above Laporta and Kelsey right now, at least. But that's just me. Could be wrong. Listen, guys, I know we're all going to have like different opinions of this team and stuff. But talk to me. What are we thinking right now? How are we feeling about this team from the final spot there? Gibbs and Harrison, the 1 and the 2. Zay Flowers, Josh Allen, Kincaid, and Coleman. A little Buffalo stack, 3 picks in a row. I know there's some Bills fans out there that are loving it. I like the idea of stacking up a whole thing. I think that's how you really win. In my opinion, that's how you win. You find a team like a stack like that, and you blow it up. And if the Bills go nuclear and Keon Coleman slides into that Gabe Davis role and Kincaid goes for 100 and a touchdown and Coleman gets 2 touchdowns and, 60-something yards, Josh Allen's lighting it up. Yeah, amen to that. I think that's a great strategy because at least you're going to get those division games, maybe week 17. I mean, I love the Colts and Houston stack. I love that. I mean, if I could have gotten my hands on some Miami pieces, I absolutely would have. I'm not going to get a real good division stack here, but I think that's a great idea. I think there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, that's a good safe way to play it right now and smart. Maybe not even safe is the right word, but smart. I don't know what to do with Rice, really. I think there's a good chance he misses significant time. Woo! So yeah, that's the thought is that if the Bills just go nuclear week 16 or 17, Joshy's doing great. I mean, I just love the pieces we have around this too. I really look for that upside. I mean, I want that ceiling. I know it's best ball. I don't know if that's Like weekly production is good. Um, and it's important. Otherwise, you're not going to be there. But like, I also need that guy that can pop off for 30 points. And I don't know if Coleman's that guy. I think Kincaid is truly that guy. And Josh Allen, we know, is a stud. Guys, it's like it's kind of against, I don't know how I want to put this. It's not the most popular thing, I think, to take one of these stud quarterbacks, but it feels so good to know that you're going to get a guy that's going to get 25 to 30 every single week, and that could easily go for 50. There's only a handful of quarterbacks, in my opinion, that'll really have that chance to go for 50. Could they do it? Sure. Could freaking Will Levis walk in and throw 4 touchdowns in a week? Yeah, he can. But is that what I'm putting my money on? Nope. So, I mean, I think it made the most sense there to grab Josh. Gibbs is the guy that could pop off for that, especially if Montgomery. How old is David Montgomery now? I thought he was older than he was last year. I was surprised when he popped off. How old is he? He's not. Oh, he's only 26. So Montgomery's going to be there vulturing it, but still like Gibbs. Love Harrison. Zay Flowers is a guy I think that has that opportunity to have those big weeks. And then I already talked about those 2 guys. So I feel pretty good about it. I like stacking it up like that. We'll see. I wish that, look at this. It's like I guess I go Hopkins or Watson here. Watson's injury history has me a little bit leery of him. And when I get a stud quarterback, I don't really love getting a second quarterback for a while. I think you can make the case for 2 tight ends, like Evan Ingram here, if I like him more than these receivers, which I got to be honest, I think I do. We'll see how it shakes out. Yeah, Python. Pitts has been, I've had Pitts on my dynasty team since he was a rookie. Like, it's just been so maddening. But he's got all the talent in the world. And if he's going to ever break out, this has got to be the year, right? This is his 3rd year, I think. If he ain't going to do it this year with this roster, assuming that everything goes okay, he's maybe we're overestimating his skill. Honestly, I hate to say it, but KC fan. KC, I'm a closet KC fan, graphics. So you're in good company. I hope you'll accept it that I'm a little bit of a bandwagon / closet KC fan. Nobody's above my Colts, but like, man, if the Colts aren't in it, I have a hard time not rooting for the Chiefs. Yeah. Rasheed Rice's ADP right now is 82. Oh, there he goes. I'm fine with that. All right, what do we do? I wasn't paying attention. Let's see. Don't love Deontay Johnson. Love any of these options right here. Give me Ferguson. Give me death. You know what? Talk about that ceiling. That's a guy with some ceiling. That is a reach, yes, but a bit of a reach. However, I don't have this updated yet. No, these aren't updated. But I do like, I might grab Mike Williams later. I don't have a problem grabbing either one of those guys later. I have a hard time drafting Deontay Johnson there. At that spot, give me Jameson Williams all day for that guy that can pop off a 80-yard touchdown in a heartbeat, honestly. I like this build. Like this a lot, actually. I'm really, given the options that were out there, I'm quite happy with that. Because they could slide into that flex spot. I think that I think I've secured a good score at the tight end position almost every week with that. I really do. So I feel good about that. I think there's a lot of running backs that I can look for. There was a couple of, I was fine with either one of these tight ends, but I'm okay with that. I'm happy with the way it went. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Got to play the hand you're dealt. He was still hurt last year. Most people want to account for. Who are you talking about, Python? Hot tip. I type in the team names and queue those guys for stacks. Yeah. Yep. I know. Isn't that great that you can just type in like Buffalo and then, yeah, this site is awesome. It's slick. Throw a little sleeper action out there. Gotta specify. Man, what do you do with Nick Chubb? If Nick Chubb pulls a Adrian Peterson on us, then wherever you drafted him, he is gonna be outrageous. All right. So he's got the turn here. Let's look at the board. Let's take a look here. You know, I should have done this earlier. So we started pretty wide receiver heavy. You could see by all the orange. Tight ends and quarterbacks crept in round 3. Then we went a quarterback run there, one after another. People get nervous. You'll see that happen quite a bit. You'll see it happen with running backs, tight ends. I mean, wide receivers is everywhere. So, let's see. The back-to-back tight end spot. I like it. I like that as a pivot to what everybody else was doing. Everybody else was going running back, or I went quarterback first. Everybody else was going, but everybody goes running back, then they go quarterback. Already the first guy's been secured, started the run. They feel like they need to catch up. Bam, 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 bam. They all draft that guy. Then it comes back. We go the Bills stack. You kind of see a mixed bag coming around. Then coming back, I like this pick. Another tight end. The only one with 2 good tight ends and a solid wide receiver pick. Right now, I'm taking Jameson Williams over Watson, over Rashee Rice, over Deontay Johnson, over Curtis Samuel in the sense that like I already have enough exposure right now to them, to the Bills, so I'm okay with waiting. Yeah. All right, let's see who's going to fall here. Who are we going to have a shot at? I don't hate Cortland Sutton. Jane Daniels would be an interesting second piece. Yeah, Kyler's gone. Could do a late stack of like Aaron Rodgers and Mike Williams here. I think we got a lot of options. It's not our turn, right? Okay, good. 4 picks away. Let's see what happens here. Trey Benson. Not a bad pick. He could step right in. I mean, these are in no particular order. Javonte Williams is a good running back pick. Let's see who's available. I'm very curious to see who's here. I'm not even going to really look too far ahead until I can see who's out here. If Mike Williams falls, though, I think I grab Mike Williams here. I'm grabbing a receiver here, I think. Jaden Daniels goes. Okay. These guys being so close, I think that just tells you that the public doesn't really know what to do with them. I was doing my rankings, and I was like, man, do I have to separate these guys? I was like, but I kind of was similar. Like I think I threw like 1 or 2 guys in between them, but I think you're kind of splitting hairs here. I don't get no love for Javonte Williams here. Oh, all good, Python. Hold on, let me put it up there. Let's see what we got. This guy's got no tight ends, which is fine if you're gonna go. I mean, Dallas Goedert's really. Did he go with a tight end? Nope, Purdy. I could go Williams. I just think that Mitchell is so talented. He's a guy that could go crazy. Let's go with him. And let's get Javonte Williams. And that makes me not feel the pressure to have to get another running back for a little while. Because we're going to have a couple of guys down here that I like, and I'll just throw them. Nothing says that Rico can't have that backfield. Jalen Wright is 1 injury away from being high up there on the list, but I think I'd prefer Vidal, Ty Chandler. Madison's an option. I mean, then you got Singletary, who I don't think is really that great, but he's in a great spot. Yeah, I think that's what's realistic of what falls back to me. All right. Pitts. Pitts was coming off a major injury last year. Yeah, but Pitts, he's had this will be his third year, right? What was his major injury? Why don't I remember that? I thought he just stunk. 2022, he only had 28 receptions. That's got to be the year he was injured. But then he was healthy. No, what was his? All right, let's see. This is gonna be his third year, right? He didn't get hurt his rookie season, did he? Career. Okay, he was a rookie in 2021. He played 17 games, 1,000 yards. Okay, but only one touchdown. I think that was what everybody was so mad about it. Then he comes back. 2022 must have been his season. He had played 10 games though, and only put up 356 yards. And I'd be curious to look back and see how many of those were before the injury or after. And then he came back last year and played a full season though. Listen, the guy's got all the talent in the world, all the athleticism in the world, but at some point, he's got to put it together. And like I said, I think this is the year. If he doesn't put it together this year, then what else? I mean, when is he going to put it together? Yeah. Yes. Agreed. That's what I was thinking too. Definitely gets a lot of opportunity, which with running backs, I really just want a lot of opportunity. Like give me the touches. I mean, at this stage of the game here where I'm picking, just give me guys that are going to get the opportunity to do something. And then I agree. Coming off the surgery, same thing you could say for Pitts then too, is like coming off that surgery. This is the year that he should bounce back. And he's getting drafted so late. I mean, look, he's getting drafted with guys that might not even be the number one running back. Zeke, Spears, Blake Corum, I think is the number one, but Charbonnet, Jerome Ford, Dowdle, like he was right in that area here. Gus Edwards. All before the injury. Okay. Tore his MCL. Yeah, 2022. True. I mean, he is going, well, I don't know. Where did he go? He's going low-ish, right? Let me see. Laporta, Kelsey, Trey, Andrews, Pitts. Listen, I got to be honest. I am thrilled to get Kincaid at that spot. I think Pitts could go, truly, I think Pitts should be going where McBride is, or swap Andrews for McBride and then Pitts for McBride, is my opinion. And then put Kincaid before McBride. And I don't hate McBride. That's just my order. But like, listen, could totally be missing the mark here. But I do love this. I do love the fact that we got Kincaid that late. I was nervous. I didn't think he was going to fall. I did not think. Woo! Top 12. Python, man. If you're right, then what we just got is a highway robbery at pick 109 then. We'll see. Grab Bijan in London early. Yeah. Oh, on the clock. All right. Ooh, boy. I think I like Gabe here. Or do I want to run out another Colt? Well, I'm definitely going to go Blake Corum. Actually, don't mind Levis as a late guy or Fields. I don't feel the need to get any of them. I'm going to get Gabe Davis because he's going to have to be healthy to play. He's going to have to be healthy. And for where I have him here, just solidifying this core like that. This, to me, makes up for these three guys here a little bit or helps solidify them. To me, that's like an extension of my wide receivers there. So now I just need another running back or two, which is what I'm going to look at here. And I am happy with any of those guys being my backup quarterback or where I'll take them. I could probably get Aaron Rodgers. I mean, I could get Levis at the end or Baker. I'm fine with having Baker as my backup quarterback to Josh Allen towards the end of the draft. So right now, I think I'm going to try to get a running back or two. Excuse me. I'd be fine with any of these guys. Gibson, I think, could end up being a fine option there. I don't know much about Keaton Mitchell. He's not a guy that I've followed real closely here. But they lost two of their running backs. Let's see, what did I have written up for him before? Why? There they are. Okay. Where did Justice Hill go? Man, I don't know why everybody's writing off Justice Hill. Let's see. I actually don't mind either of those guys, but I'm going to lean here. I'm going to lean to Keaton Mitchell actually as like a good 1-2 punch to Derrick Henry. Okay. I mean, this guy is just a stud. He's just in the worst position available for a running back right now. That's fine. All right, let's see how it shakes out here. Look at this run on quarterbacks. Lawrence, Goff, Herbert. I could have gone Goff, but I didn't want to spend the pick yet. When you get a stud quarterback, I don't feel the need. I don't feel the need to get another quarterback for a long time. I think it's a waste. I mean, I'm drafting this team knowing that if Josh Allen goes down, like I'm toast, and that's fine. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's naive or not, but like if Josh Allen goes down, this is probably not the team that wins me the $1 million. It's going to be honest. Like, I'm drafting him for 400 points. Sleeper Aiden McConnell. All right, Python. Listen. Top 10, like, but if you had him, those first 8 weeks were not helpful, right? Only for best ball. Talk me into Aiden McConnell. I'm very curious. Is it just his weapons? Is it just Aiden O'Connell's weapons that are? Is it the mustache you like? All right, are we up here? Where are we at? I don't mind Polk there too. Let's go Vidal Sassoon. And, I'm fine with waiting and not going Baker here and instead getting Polk. It was either Polk or Burton there for me. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy with how this is shaped up. I think towards the end, Oh, you know what? I didn't see that he went already. Who grabbed Rodgers? Wow. Stafford falling that far is interesting. To go like a no quarterback build till the end and get like a guy like Stafford and Mayfield or Stafford and Levis, actually an interesting option. You could go JJ McCarthy I do have that flexibility having I don't have any interest in any of these guys below here. Um oh, and even Geno would be a fine option. All right, so I'm going to throw all these guys up here on my board because they'd all be fine to me. I don't think I want another wide receiver. Think I'd like to stay running back here. Bucky Irving is a guy actually that might not be a bad pick there if he's still available. Tank's fine. Madison's fine. Evan Hall is a guy I could see myself maybe getting depending on who's out there. Okay. Oh, and Kendry Miller. But not, but yeah, at the bottom. Okay. All right, let's see. All right, what do you got here? Okay, but hear me out. Josh McDaniels offense. Hate Josh McDaniels, by the way. And if you have followed his story, and I'm a Colts fan, you'll know why. White at running back, going to give him enough space, weapons. Adams, Bowers, don't forget they love 2 tight end sets, and I already have that other tight end Myers. Yep. So you have the true New England offense with Mini Gronk in Bowers and Moss and Adams, and you were looking for unique picks. That's true. Listen, no fault. I just want to hear about it. I just need to hear about it. I think that he would be a guy, so somebody that potentially might not even have the starting job is a guy you take if you're building out 3 quarterback sets. And for that, I would do something like maybe, I don't even know, like, ADP wise, if this makes sense, but I would do something like a Stafford, Rodgers, O'Connell build, something like that. That's where I could see myself taking it. But if he's one of 2 quarterbacks, even if that one quarterback is somebody like Josh Allen, it's not my fave. Yeah, 3 quarterback build Python, you can pretty much talk me into anything. But I got you. I mean, there's just a couple of guys that like are set up to succeed. So if they're going to succeed, you would think that it happens. Now, we give rookies a little bit more grace, and rightfully so. But like JJ McCarthy, what excuse does JJ McCarthy have to not do well in that offense unless his offensive line is just putrid? Like, he's got all the weapons. He's got one of the best 2 wide receiver sets in football. And they lost KJ Osborne. Otherwise, you had 3 last year. But who sucks? JJ? Does he really suck, though? Or are you just saying he sucks? Are you an anti-Michigan fan? Ohio State? Are you an Ohio State fan? Isn't that what anti-Michigan would be? I know enough about college. There it is. Python. I love it. Love it. Love your disdain for someone that you should have disdain for. Michael Wilson's an interesting option if I was going to go wide receiver. Let me look at this real quick. I could go with one more still. 4 picks left. 4 picks left. Definitely grabbing a quarterback. I probably should go quarterback, running back, tight end, wide receiver, really. Although my running backs probably could use a little help. So I could get away without going with another receiver. Let's see who's available. I don't mind Michael Wilson. I think he's fine. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, and didn't they just get Jones too? They get Jones, right? I could get talked into that pick too. All right, let's see. We need another quarterback. I need somebody who's going to definitely be the starter. And that's JJ McCarthy. So I'm going to take him there. And it doesn't feel great, but I think he'll be fine because of how much he is truly the backup. And then I think I'm going to actually take Bucky Irving here because he's actually a good running back. And I think there's a possibility he sees a good amount of sets or a good amount of carries out of that second spot. I know he's the true number 2, but behind White. And then when it rolls back around, we'll have to see. Who else is out there still? Demario Davis. I mean, anything can happen with that group right there. Tyler Boyd. Does Tyler Boyd really have a lot of explosive weeks left in him? I don't know. Mingo bust from last year, not even getting drafted. Listen, KJ Osborne's actually don't hate that pick. I don't hate that pick actually at all. It's still early. These ADPs are settling out quite a bit still. I don't mind Zay Jones though, but does he really have that cap either? I don't know. One of these guys for New England's going to have to do something. And then do we just go tight end at the end with likely? I mean, Okongwu is still out there. Darren Waller, isn't he retired? Davis Allen is interesting. I might take that. Hunter Henry. He must have gotten drafted. I think he's gone. Where is no, Jabari. What's his name? I can't even think of my own player's name. What's our Jelani Woods? Where is he? Jelani Woods is still out there. Interesting. Okay. Man, I never get him right. I never get him right. I got to be honest. I kind of like the idea of going. KJ was legitimately good last year. I like the idea of going KJ Osborne and maybe Davis Allen. Am I crazy? Yeah, Woods is back. That's kind of a toss-up. For me, at least. What are we thinking here? Davis Allen. I mean, the Colts just have so many weapons. That's my thought is they just have so many weapons, though. Is it better to go with a guy with a little less competition? I don't know. I think I got to go Jelani here. I think I'll go Jelani. I'm just making sure. I need to keep myself in check. Listen, I don't think Woods is a bad play. I think he's absolutely a guy that could get like a 2 touchdown week. He probably won't have a ton of yards in this offense, but like 36 yards and 2 touchdown week is just randomly sometimes. That's true, Python. You're not lying there. I think that Woods is a guy that could do that. I mean, he's 6'7", 6'8" basketball player. Get down, run that goal line. Like I said, I think he ends up with like 36 yards or something. But in that offense, he's going to get lost. And Shane Steichen is going to run some wild plays for him. I think he's got a good chance of. I mean, we're talking about it's probably going to be my last pick in the draft, right? Yeah, he's going to be my last pick in this draft. Man, I hope KJ Osborne falls to me right now. Javon Baker. I don't know, man. Give me KJ Osborne, I think. How old's KJ Osborne? He's not old, right? 26 years old? He's just in his prime. He's just in his prime. You know what? Give me KJ Osborne here. I don't think I have to worry about these guys getting drafted, which is a good thing, actually. I don't mind that. Right? I think I got to take him over. Or do I take Baker? I'm torn. One of these two guys is getting got. Hmm. Oh, he got taken. Perfect. And with the last pick in the draft, we select Jelani Woods. All right. Blow it up. Let's see where we ended here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. What everybody take towards the end. Look at all these guys drafting late quarterbacks. It's fine if it's your third guy. Daniel Jones might not even have the starting job this year. His neck's a real concern. This guy's rolling out there with just Burrow. We got Bo Nix, Richardson, fine. Love Richardson. Love him. Will Levis, Derek Carr, Jaden Daniels. Not my favorite 3-quarterback build, but oh yeah, look at this. A.T. Perry. Give me KJ Osborne any day of the week and twice on Sunday. I like KJ Osborne better than some of these guys. Jalen McMillan, Tyler Boyd, DJ Chark. DJ Chark actually might get a decent amount of opportunity, but okay. I'm at a birthday dinner. My auto draft will get me third place guaranteed. Listen, Austin, are you drafting in our league? Because if you are, you got 8 hours. Each pick has 8 hours. It's a slow draft, so don't worry, don't stress. Although, unless if you want to just go the auto draft route, fire it up. If you win on auto draft, then I might just quit doing this. Just become like a baker or something. Start baking a lot of bread and cookies, eating them. Just bake a cookie, eat the cookie. Bake a cookie, eat the cookie. Bake a cookie, eat the cookie. Listen, guys, what do you think of the hat, by the way? I got no feedback. You guys are going to have to let me know. Do me a favor. Leave a comment about the stream. I know it's very different content. We're in the off season, guys, all right? But we are revving up for the NFL. What are the odds that you're in that with me? I don't know. He might be, but Austin, what are the odds? There's a very slim odds that he's in that draft with me. It's got to be our Patreon draft. Guys, if you guys want to get in and draft with us, we are about to start our second draft already. And I dig it. I like it. We'll have to do like prizes and stuff too. I'll talk to Donuts, but I want to at least give out some prizes and stuff for whoever wins. Basketball and Dynasty is where I live. Graphic, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is it. I know it's like slow summertime. I get it. Time to be outside. I don't disagree, but it is best ball season officially. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how this went. I really like the 2 tight ends here that we got, and then solidifying it with at least starting and rotating tight end like Jelani Woods, who has that high ceiling that we talk about. Easily, Jelani Woods is out of this, barring injury. Okay, so if Mark Andrews goes down, Isaiah likely jumps up quite a bit higher. But barring injury, I'll take Jelani Woods' ceiling over any of these guys, especially the tight ends. Even going all the way up to like, I don't mind Jonnu Smith. Hunter Henry got taken already. I would put him right up here, like easily with some of these guys. As far as like, what are the odds that they pop off one week? He has just as much chance to pop off as any of those guys that were taken 4 rounds earlier. So, yeah, Python, man. Any way we can help. We put out rankings. I've updated mine quite a bit, so I'll have to put out some new ones. I'll do that soon for the Patreon, and then yeah, come up with your rankings and get drafted, and then start post it on like Python. If you have an X account, start posting on that. Tag me in it. I'd love to look over people's drafts. Post it in the Patreon group chats. Because I'd love to just start like sharing drafts and stuff. Like here, like drop your username in there if it's not Python, and just be like, hey, like this is it, drafted from this spot. I'd love to like just look over it. We could talk strategy about what you did, talk about what everybody else did. Like other people say, like, take a look at this board and be like, oh, like what stood out to me? Most people didn't get 4 wide receivers deep. Look at one guy went 4 receivers deep. Stud, loaded. Ended up with Kyle Pitts. Wow, really loaded up. Decent running back there. Snag Joe Burrow. That's a solid build. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that team right there at all. Let's see, where would I say the weak point is? Probably running back. I mean, Trey's a backup for now. You really got one starting running back, right? Yeah. That's basically their weak point is they went no running back. But, I mean, you can't argue with their wide receivers. And as long as what's-his-face is healthy, that's a solid start right there. Getting Burrow in the 8th round. That's the only downside of going quarterback early. But, like, man, I have Josh Allen as the clear-cut number 1. So the fact that Hurts had already gone, I don't have a problem getting him where I did. 4th round. I mean, I guess you could argue 3rd round, but 4th round. We're going to keep to that. All right. Listen, fam, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out in here, guys. It makes it so much more enjoyable when you guys are chilling and we're chatting, we're throwing stuff out. So I'll schedule another one of these for later this week. And I'm happy to try for you guys to try to get in with me, but I know it's very tricky. You got to hit the button at the same time. So that might be challenging. But always down to try. So listen, this was fun. This is broken. I'll post the I'll have to see if I can add the draft board to the post I did. If not, I'll just throw it in the community chat. So, all right, guys, I'm going to get off. Have a great night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's see here.